a game, what a finish. Welcome to Inside March Madness presented by Buick. Adam Lefkoe here alongside Seth Davis, Candace Parker, Jay Wright. All we have done since this game has ended is replay over and over and over this inbound play to see how Kelvin Sampson figured out the crack in this Purdue defense. So why don't we just live there? Coach Candace will give you the virtual clicker. Take us through what you think they saw, how they made it happen, and how Houston is moving on to the Elite Eight.
Well, there's even a philosophy difference between Candace and myself because she would have switched everything, which Houston had it set up. So if they did switch, they were ready for it. Watch LJ Cryer on the elbow. He sets the first screen for Sharp coming off the ball. Now watch Braden Smith. He's circled on the baseline. He's watching Cryer. As Braden Smith sees Cryer come off this screen, Braden Smith jumps out. We call this, he X's out to take away Cryer. And then Tugler, who set the screen, comes back to the ball. Braden Smith left Milos Uzan, and Tugler threw it right back to Milos Uzan. So it was a great read. Purdue actually did an outstanding job of anticipating the play. You see Braden Smith take away Cryer.
But, Coach, the problem with
Tugler comes
Xing
back
out
to the ball and throws right back to the inbound.
which Purdue has been Xing out the entire game. Purdue X'd out weak side, which leaves a whole hole in your defense because the big is all the way, or whoever you're Xing out with is all the way at the free throw line and has to recover back to the inbound.
Exactly.
And it left a hole in their defense.
So you're kind of saying that they were noticing that all game. He even said we practiced this yesterday, and when you notice a trend, it's like a fake punt in football almost. Hey, they're weak right there. They're Xing out. Take advantage. Uzan could be open.
Well, I think it was a well-executed play that they'd been working on, but honestly, Purdue X's out. It's just normally the X out comes when it's coming towards the ball. You never go X out away.
So,
and so
since
right
he
here,
went all the way across
he
the
went
lane.
all the way across. And so right here, there's two people right now
Lawyer should have stepped up and taken the other man. But as Candace is saying, you don't usually do it on the opposite side of the floor. But if Braden Smith would have stole that pass,
oh yeah,
because he was open. If we could look at that one more time.
You're saying LJ Cryer was open coming around the screen.
LJ Cryer was open because Trey Kaufman-Renn did not switch. Watch this one more time. Watch Cryer coming off the ball. Trey Kaufman-Renn's guarding the screener. He doesn't go play him. Braden Smith takes him away. He comes back to Tugler.
Wow.
And they don't recover to it.
Is it because Trey Kaufman-Renn knows that Smith is going to X out to the weak side?
Yes.
So that's why he doesn't switch.
But what's so crazy to me is if you're not Xing out, if you are going to X out, right, and you know that you're no help, because if you're setting it up screen and you know the X out's coming, there's no help. So Kaufman-Renn ideally should have been man-to-man deny, and then that pass doesn't get in if the X out is going to happen, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I think he knew that he wasn't going to switch out, and that's why Braden Smith went out there. And then everyone should have stepped up and taken a man, but they didn't have time because Tugler caught it and threw it right back. If Tugler would have hesitated for a second, or if Braden Smith would have denied that pass, that play would have been blown up. And Purdue would have looked great.
And somehow Lawyer's 19 feet from the basket not guarding anybody, which is why Uzan. And by the way, how about Uzan making sure to reestablish his 2 feet in bounds, because if he doesn't get the second foot down before he catches the pass, it's a turnover. But the question is, was it great offense or was it faulty defense that led to the basket? Which way would you guys tilt?
Candace thinks it was bad defense.
I didn't say it was bad defense.
I said faulty.
I didn't say bad defense, but if your philosophy is to X out, then there's no help on a back screen. If you're Xing out, then you know as a big, you're bodying up, you're man up, and you're denying that pass, and then Tugler doesn't catch it, and then therefore it can't go back. But Kaufman-Renn was caught in that middle zone of, am I helping on this back screen?
Right.
And Braden Smith was already Xing out. So
to me, it sounds like Kelvin Sampson drew up the perfect play to take advantage of the rules of the Purdue defense that maybe could be taken advantage of, and that's why they're moving on to the Elite Eight.
I would say it was two great defensive plays and a third great offensive play to react to 2 great defensive plays.
And they had to read.
Great
Kelvin Sampson said there are 3 different reads.
Yep.
The first one, which was probably Cryer,
yes,
didn't go.
Second one.
And so they made the read.
It was so great basketball.
What a game.
Great way.
And with that, Houston wins their 16th straight game. They've now won 29 out of 30. And the last 2 years where they fell short in the Sweet 16, this time they punched their ticket to the Elite 8. Again, we could talk about that play all night. It's the reason Kelvin Sampson's so good.
Sure, Purdue will be thinking of that play
all night long.